Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Today I've got a special guest with me. This is my 6-year-old son, Sawyer.
Hi.
Hi. And today we are going to be reviewing the couple of the blasters from the Nerf Junior line. This is the Voyager, and then this is the Explorer. To give you a kind of a heads up or kind of an overview, the Nerf Elite Junior, is a line that Hasbro has put out that has features for a younger Nerfer. They put on their boxes 6+. So I thought this would be a perfect time to bring him on and show him kind of what we do on our channel here. We're going to be looking at the different results that we're getting and then get his opinion about each of these blasters. So I guess let's talk about the blasters first one at a time, and then we'll kind of go in what you thought about them. Okay, so this is the Voyager. How many rounds does it hold? Two. So it holds 2. It's got a under barrel prime, so you pull it back and then pull it forward, and then you pull the trigger and it releases the top one. It is a smart AR system. So what that means is when if you grab me 2 Nerf darts, or grab me 2 darts for me, please. So it's a smart AR system. So what that means is if there's a dart in the top barrel, it's going to fire that one. If there's not a dart in the top barrel, that it's going to fire the one underneath it. So we prime it just like this, and then it shoots just like that. Prime it again, and it shoots again. So let's see here. We've got an oversized trigger. So this is nice because, go ahead and grip that for me. So this is nice because the Nerfer can hold it normally, but then use 2 fingers or even 3 fingers to pull the trigger, which is a huge deal because with the larger or Nerf Elite 2.0 blasters, those always have a smaller trigger, so it's harder for them to kind of get the dexterity down to pull the trigger. So that is the Nerf Voyager. Again, holds 2 rounds, has a nice stock here, non-adjustable, which is perfectly fine. Smaller handle, but my adult hand can fit around it and still have a little bit of fun with it. So that is the Nerf Voyager. The Nerf Explorer, how many rounds does that one have?
4.
4. So this holds 4 rounds. Again, it is another smart AR system, so it'll fire each one individually. The priming action right here pulls back, and then you fire, and then it auto retracts. You pull back
and
again.
Scope.
Oh, it does have a scope, which is nice.
And they both have scopes.
They both have scopes, which there's no glass or anything like that. They're just purely there for kind of cosmetics. But this one does have like a little bit of a kind of like an iron sights almost. But the nice thing I like about this one is it has an auto return on the prime. So you pull it out and then let it go and it auto returns. So a lot of times those extra steps for the younger Nerfers, they get missed or forgotten, and then their blaster's not working. So for this one, again, has the oversized trigger, which is great. And then, yeah, it's got a nice space for their hand, and then they just prime like that and fire. So that's kind of an overview of each of them. As far as the results go, we did some chrono testing, right? So we did the Voyager first. We only shot the top barrel for each of them because we wanted the highest numbers. Obviously, with the smart AR system, the air having to go through different channels or whatever, you're going to get lower performance for the second one on the Voyager, and then the second, third, and fourth on the Explorer. So we just tested the top barrel of each. For the Voyager, our high was 60.5 with a low of 48.2. So that brought us to an average of 51.9 and a standard deviation of 3.5. So this is actually pretty consistent. So it's shooting, I think the Elite average for like regular Nerf guns is 70 feet per second. So this is only 10 feet per second lower. And then as far as like the high. Now, the Explorer, on the other hand, we had a little bit of trouble with. You remember what we were having problems with this one?
The darts were not shooting.
Yeah, the darts were getting stuck. So it's very particular. The darts that they came with, the Elite ones, they would they weren't doing well at all. So we switched over to the Adventure Force waffle head darts, and those seemed to work really good in the Voyager. However, there was some that we had issues with this one. So I don't know if it's just if the dart is slightly thicker, because you can tell when you push it in, it was kind of hard to push in, and then once you pull the trigger, it would only go out about halfway. So that was that. So let's talk about the numbers here. So the high was 54.5 on the Explorer, and then we had a low of 30.9, which averaged us out at 40, and a standard deviation of 7.5. So all in all, not too bad. It was a little unreliable. We probably shot this thing we normally do a 20 dart average is what we chronograph, but this one we probably shot about 35 times before we actually got our 20 numbers. So why don't you tell me what do you like about each of them, and tell me what you like. What do you like about each of these blasters?
I like this one because it has a scope, and it's like I like how it's long and.
So it's kind of like a primary blaster, and
it's like a shotgun.
Like a shotgun, okay.
And this one's like a pistol.
Okay, so you like the shotgun better?
Uh-huh.
Okay, you like the size of it, so that's why you like this one better than that one. What would you like to see done to this one differently? What would make this one better?
It actually shoot two at a time. Actually.
Oh, so you'd like it to shoot more than one?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So it could do like double kill.
Double kill, okay. All right. So you didn't have a problem priming this one or that one. Now my 2-year-old, his younger brother, was able to prime this one without a problem. He has no problem walking around priming this and firing it. So that's how easy this prime is. This one, on the other hand, he struggled pulling this one out. He could almost get to it, but he couldn't quite get that click. And then, yeah, so this one is definitely 6+ as far as the priming goes. This one, like I said, my 2-year-old can do it without a problem. He has a lot of fun with this one. So I would recommend going with this one versus that one. Even though this one has a higher capacity, I feel like, half the time the darts don't come out. So even though there's 4 barrels, you're only getting 2 darts to come out every time you pull the trigger. Whereas this one, we didn't have that problem. So one of the other things, the other thing to talk about too is the Voyager, the shotgun one that you called, comes with these neat little targets, and we've already lost the second half of the green one. It's somewhere. But that's also nice to see that they've included some targets. The one thing that I think that Hasbro missed out on when including in here is eye protection. That's something that we talk about all the time when we play, is if you're not wearing a mask, you can't play. That would be something that I would have thought that they would have included, even their cheap, glasses or whatever.
If this doesn't have glass, the people could shoot them if it's doesn't have any if the person is facing that way.
Oh yeah, you mean shoot through the scope? That would be pretty spectacular.
And very dangerous.
Very dangerous. But yeah, I think they should definitely include, just as kind of like getting the the younger age people into the hobby. Having that extra eye protection in there is kind of a good habit to get into. The other thing that I was looking forward to this brand is how can we teach the young kids about modifying, and how open up and show them as a kind of a teaching tool almost. And that's kind of another thing I want to talk about here is how easy is it to open up and show them how it works, repairability and things like that, because we know that the Nerf Elite 2.0 line saved the Moto Blitz. They're either solvent welded, there's clips all over the place, it can't be opened, some of them don't even have screws. But I'm happy to say that this has a ton of screws. We're going to go ahead and open it up here, but I've already disassembled it once. There are clips, and that is in the little guard thing that goes right here in the handle. The grip part, I guess you call it. There's 4 little clips, 2 on each side, that kind of hold the handle together. Other than that, everything else opens up. So do you want to go ahead and open up this blaster, take a look at the inside?
Uh-huh.
Cool. So this is another thing that I thought not necessarily Hasbro would be in favor of, but I feel like as a parent, showing, teaching kids how these things work, being able to open it up and repair it. The other neat thing is this is like, as far as the durability goes, like they did not skimp on the durability. Like this is very well built, well, put together. Ours did come missing a screw, which is unfortunate. You can see where the machine tried to put a screw in and it completely missed. So that's unfortunate. But as far as like the plastics go, I think it's they did a really good job. There's only paint on one side, which is par for the course. But yeah, let's go ahead and open it up and see. We'll show you how it looks like in the inside, okay?
Okay.
So there we go. Okay.
Here's the string.
Okay, so here's what we're kind of looking at. So the spring, so that spring auto retracts the pump grip. So here's our pump grip. Let's kind of put this back together so you can kind of show what it looks like here. So that sits in there like that, and that goes like that. So your pump grip attaches to that. See these three little holes? Those go around like this. They go like,
Oh wait, it goes like this. It goes like.
These go in.
It goes like this.
Yep. Yep. So put these. Hold on. Move your hand for a
Those
second.
rings, they're like.
You gotta move these through here. There we go. So then this goes like this, just like that. So then you have your pump grip that holds this together. All right. So when you pump it, it pulls the
spring.
It pulls the spring, but see what. So this is called a plunger tube, right?
It holds the darts.
Nope, that doesn't hold the darts.
Oh.
The darts go up here, right? So this
Oh,
is
yeah.
where the darts go. This is your plunger tube, and when you pull this back, you see this green piece right here. This piece is part of your handle. So this handle piece pushes that back, right? And then what'll happen is inside this plunger tube.
What?
Inside this plunger tube, there's a plunger that's attached to this green part.
An actual plunger?
Yeah, a plunger. So watch, listen. So when you pull it back, all the way back, oop, didn't quite get it.
He broke it.
So when you pull it back, when you pull that back, it pulls this back, which pulls the plunger back, and it locks right there. See? So that locks. So hold on, let go for a second. Keep that on. So here's what we've got. So you've got a spring right here. See the spring?
That's a huge fat spring in this kit.
This is being held in place by this part right here, which is the catch. Okay, so that keeps that locked in place. Okay, the plunger is right here. You can kind of see it. See how it's got a little bit of a shadow right there?
No, I don't.
No, you don't see it. Okay, well there's a plunger in there, which has all.
Show me and open it up.
You can't open that up.
You can't.
But there's air, so you got the plunger, and then you got air from here to here, right? That's all the air volume in the gun. So what happens is when you pull this trigger, see how this is lining up here? This is your trigger. When you pull the trigger, it hits the catch and pushes that up. Ready? So it's going to push the catch up, which is going to release the spring. Ready? It releases the spring. That sends the plunger forward, which pushes all that air forward and pushes the dart out. Is that cool?
I never knew that.
Well, now you know. So what they'll do is they'll put a heavier spring in, or they'll put something in that's called a spacer. That way, that'll push this spring forward to give it a little bit more compression. And that way, when you pull the trigger, it pushes faster. So all that same amount of air, but it's going faster, which will theoretically should send the dart further. Cool?
Cool.
So yeah, so not too hard to take apart. Just keep in mind that the clips are there. I was able to get it apart, and the handle actually came with it the first time, and I was able to kind of pry it apart without breaking it. I don't think you're going to be able to open this one up too many times without snapping these little clips, but just be aware that they're there. We didn't try opening up this one just because I knew that this is the one that he enjoyed playing with, so I wouldn't show him how it worked. So did you feel like you learned how it works? Good. You have anything else you want to add?
To make it...
Oh, do you want to make it stronger? Yeah?
Like, it has, like, more stuff on it.
More stuff? Oh, you want to add some tactics?
Like, it has, like, a little, dot that...
Oh, you want a laser? A laser dot?
A laser dot. That shows you where it's going to actually go.
Oh, okay, where it's actually going to go. Okay. All right, well,
Good.
sweet. All right, guys. Well, thanks for watching. Thank you for collaborating with me on this review. Again, I think I would recommend the Voyager for sure. It seems like a pretty solid blaster. I probably would skip out on the Explorer. This one I don't know. They're just too finicky. So, all right. Well, thanks for watching, guys, and we will see you in the next video.
Don't forget to hit that like button and the bell button and the subscribe button.
And the subscribe button. Thanks, guys.